Hello, dear students. Our topic for today is all about circulatory system. This is your teacher, Andrew M. Famero of Romblon State University Laboratory Science High School. The circulatory system has three major parts. The parts are the heart, the blood vessel, and the blood. The heart is the organ at the center of the circulatory system. It pumps blood around the body. There are four chambers of the heart, two atria and two ventricles. The two atria are located in the upper chambers of the heart. These are the left and right atria, while the two ventricles are found in the lower chambers in the left and the right. So we have two atria in the left and in the right, or rather in the right and in the left. And we have also the ventricles in the right and in the left ventricle. Okay, the right atrium is colored blue and the right ventricle because the heart is divided into the right side and into the left side. Okay, so the left side of the heart is colored red. You will know why the left side of the heart is colored red as we go along with our discussion. Okay. The right side of the heart is colored blue because it is oxygen poor blood. That means to say that the blood from the different parts of the body were already delivered to the different cells, while the left side of the heart is oxygen-rich blood because the blood from the left side of the heart came from the lungs, which was recently oxygenated. Okay. The chambers of the heart have different functions. The upper chamber of the heart, the atria, receives blood from the body here, and the other one is it receives blood from the lungs. It receives blood from the lungs. So you can see there. And the other one is, of course, the atria, it receives blood from the body. Here, the atria, and here is the blood from the body. Okay, the atria. And the ventricles pump blood out of the heart. These are the ventricles. Okay, these are the ventricles. How does the heart pump blood? The heart can pump blood because it is made of muscle. Muscle tissue works by contracting or squeezing and relaxing. The blood vessels are the arteries, the veins, and the capillaries. Okay, let us define each of the blood vessels. The blood vessels carries the blood throughout the body. It is a network of tubes of arteries and veins. Blood travels through these tubes called blood vessels. There are three main kinds of blood vessels. They are the arteries, the veins, and the capillaries. So here are the specific definition. The veins carry blood back to the heart, while the arteries carry blood away from the heart towards the blood tissue. While the capillaries are the boundaries between the veins and the arteries, or the smallest blood vessels. So here is the illustration. The capillaries are at the middle, while the artery, which carries the oxygen-rich blood being pumped by the heart, is colored red, while the vein carries the oxygenated blood. That's why it is colored blue. Okay, let's go to the blood. We have discussed the heart, we have discussed the blood vessel. Now the last, we will discuss the blood. The blood has three main functions. It transports, it also protects, and it regulates temperature. The blood contains the red blood cells, the white blood cells, the plasma, and the platelets. The blood carries the materials throughout the body, and it is made up of both liquid and solid parts. The solid parts are called the red corpuscles or the red blood cells, or these are called the erythrocyte, and the white corpuscles or the white blood cells are called the leukocytes and the platelets. It has something to do with blood clotting with the thrombus and the thrombin. Oh, here it is. The red blood cells or erythrocyte looks like tiny concave disc and contain a compound of iron called hemoglobin. White blood cells or the leukocytes has no definite shape, and they change their shape. The platelets, this has something to do with the clotting, are the fluid plasma portion also of the blood, the tiny particles in the plasma, because the plasma is the fluid portion of the blood. In the plasma, you can find the platelet, which has something to do with the clotting. When we say clotting, it is the clumping of blood, which prevents from hemorrhage. Okay, let's go to the circulation of the blood. Okay, so there are three types of circulation: the pulmonary, which means the lungs; the coronary circulation, which means within the heart; and the systemic, which means the system all around the body, from the heart to the different body parts, or throughout the system of the body. That's why it is called systemic circulation. By the pulmonary circulation, simply speaking, it is the circulation from the heart to the lungs. Okay, yeah, and back to the heart. From the heart to the lungs and back to the heart. Okay, that's why pulmonary means lungs. Then we have the coronary circulation. It is the movement of the blood within the heart. When we say coronary, crown, the heart has a crown, the left circumflex artery and the right coronary artery. These are the arteries which are being blocked when there is a disease called coronary artery disease or heart attack. The arteries are being blocked by the cholesterol. And the systemic circulation, which is the movement of the blood from the heart to the rest of the body. It excludes the lungs, because the pulmonary circulation means the lungs, but the systemic means from the heart to the rest of the body. I hope you understand. So here it is, the systemic circulation. Now, before we go to the common elements of the circulatory system, let me show to you the systemic circulation. Here it is. As you can see, blood coming from the different parts of the body will enter into the superior vena cava and the inferior vena cava, and it will go to the right atrium, going to the right ventricle, passing through a tricuspid valve. Okay, and then from there, blood will go to, from the right ventricle, it will be pumped by the pulmonary artery going to the right lung and to the left lung for oxygenation. That's why from the left side of the heart, the color of the blood is blue, because they are poor in oxygen. And when the blood from the right atrium goes to the right ventricle, going to the right lung and to the left lung, it will be oxygenated in the lungs. So from the right lung to the left lung, the blood will return to the heart via the pulmonary artery. So the blood here will become reddish or oxygen rich, and it will go to the left atrium, the upper chamber of the heart, going to the mitral valve, and going to the left ventricle. Then it will be pumped to the aorta and to the different parts of the body. This is called the systemic circulation. Okay. The other one, when the blood is being pumped from the right ventricle going to the lungs, it is called the pulmonary circulation, and from the lungs back to the heart, it is called the pulmonary circulation. And the other one is the circulation within the heart, which is coronary circulation. Okay, I hope you understand the paths of circulation. Now let's go to the last topic, common ailments of the circulatory system. Okay. These are the following: the high blood pressure, coronary artery disease, anemia, and heart attack. High blood pressure, or this is called hypertension. This is too much force exerted by the blood in the walls of the arteries. Okay, so you can see there the definition. It is called hypertension. Okay. Anemia is a disorder of the blood, especially there is an overproduction of the white blood cell, and the red blood cells are affected. The red blood cells which contain hemoglobin, this is a protein which carries oxygen to the body, is also affected. So there is a poor hemoglobin in the body, and we all know that hemoglobin carries oxygen. So if the body lacks oxygen, the symptoms of anemia are fainting or difficulty of breathing, lack of energy, and paleness. Heart attack, as what I have told you in the coronary artery circulation, the coronary artery is being blocked by the cholesterol because of overeating saturated fats and due to lack of exercise. So then the heart will suddenly stop. This is called heart attack. Okay, there is an intense pain and his chest is being squeezed and he has difficulty of breathing. All right, and the last part of my discussion in circulatory system is how to prevent heart diseases. Very simple. You eat fruits and vegetables, exercise regularly, and have enough rest. Avoid SSS or salty, saturated fat, and sweets. That is called SSS, salty, saturated fat, and sweets. Don't drink too much alcohol and don't smoke, and modify your lifestyle and consult your heart doctor every year. Okay. Now, exam time. What are the major parts of the circulatory system? What is the function of the heart? Enumerate the three main kinds of the blood vessels. What is the function of the blood? What are the different kinds of circulation? Trace its paths and give common elements of circulatory system and some ways to prevent it. If you have watched my video, then you can answer this. Okay? Good luck and watch again my video so you will learn more. Again, this is your teacher, Sir Andrew Famero, saying study well and have a nice day. Bye-bye.